So this is the first episode of Park Real Talk, where we just spitting facts, and it's me,
Fago. We are here again.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave the conversation for you to hear, for you to do whatever you want while you listen how we go around philosophic, religion, and some stuff of life.
Exactly. Feel free to comment your thoughts. Feel free to join the conversation, to add things you wish to add. Yeah, let's jump into it.
Let's say it like this. We have a spirit, and spirit is energy, and it can come from the faith, from meditation, it can come for knowledge, for your mind and everything. But we are part body, part spirit, but together we are energy and we are power. We are frequencies of sound, frequencies of vibrations and everything. And once we take our body and our spirit into a higher level, we can translate these vibrations to the power of your life. For example, when we say, I'm manifesting something, now it has so much marketing. They say you write in this, put some perfume, they have techniques and everything. But you can manifest with a word. You can manifest with an action. Things that accomplish something, and it's not only energy empty in the space. So what I wanted to reach in this moment, when my spirit and my body are in the highest level I have ever had, I can continue to grow up, but I think I can try something else, and I want to have this power on me, on my hands, by touching someone and healing, by speaking with someone and changing his mind, by thinking and saying something and manifesting and attracted to my life.
Yeah, but the point I wanted to make is, like, we were talking about, like, people think Christians or like all these spiritual people that believe in I don't know, the universe or something like this. It's all like the same at the end of the day, you know, because it's all connected. It's not something else. It's not, because at the end of the day, people manifest, people pray. At the end, they want the same, you know, and they all, in some sort of way, they believe in the same. There
is no existence of atheist. Like,
yeah,
everybody that say I'm atheist,
atheism is
they believe on something. They believe on science, they believe on life, they believe in future. Like, they just having faith or believe on something, it's inner in the human nature. That's why we are different from animals in some way, because we have this inner power, this inner gift that everybody knows from where this gift comes. But what allows us to this power and to be connected to all each other?
It's our soul.
Exactly.
It's us, because we're not just like atheists say. We are made out of flesh, and in our mind there are some neuroconnections that millions, billions of neuroconnections that just make electromagnetic impulses, and this is chemistry. How we think. Yeah,
chemistry and physics.
But it's not like this, because it's also in history, everything, all the history books. Since forever, it's proven that it's not like this, you know. So,
because chemistry and physics is how human explain the world, but the world, it is what it is, and the world have his own laws, have his creations, his energy, and everything. And what we do with the knowledge is try to explain ourselves how the world works, but we are not making the world work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What were we talking about earlier?
The energies, how to make it power. So how you believe is your way to make your energy and beliefs into your own power?
You think like manifesting or praying, or
say it however you want, but to get something. Physically, emotionally, in afterlife, or whatever. How you manifest it in your life today?
So some people think it's fake it till you make it. For example, you want to be the richest person in the world, which is not like a good thing, because like I think if you have all the materialistic things in the world, you will not be fulfilled anyways. But like, let's just say people want to reach the a state of like, they just want to be like super rich in terms of money,
wealthy person,
super wealthy. They will start to behave like a wealthy person. They start to behave like the person they want to be. So I'm not saying they have to necessarily go to the most luxurious resorts. They don't have to buy everything, but they just assume the behavior of like a wealthy person.
that they already are a wealthy person.
Yeah.
And they live it until they attracted somehow that they succeed on this.
Yeah. And I don't know, I kind of agree with this behavior, because like, you can say it's a manifestation, you can say whatever, but like, if you want to be rich, if you want to be a wealthy person, you will behave like a wealthy person. What are wealthy people making? They're printing money, they're working on making money. So they are creating businesses, they're doing this shit, and by doing it, you will succeed eventually. So it's gonna happen anyways, you know. So you can say it's a manifestation or it's work, but yeah, it's just gonna work, you know. Also,
and it's power only when you keep it in movement. Because in the moment people stop to believe, or stop to plan, stop to have dreams and everything. Was one philosopher, I will investigate who was it, that say a person die when it stop to believe in the future.
Mm-hmm. No, there was also this other quote.
Nietzsche was. Nietzsche.
I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I know who you mean. But I read this other quote. It was like, most people die at 18, but the body still functions until 75,
70,
80.
Exactly. People that fall in this, I will stop the movement by into comfort. I will keep in the comfort, so comfort bring the stop of movement of life, the stop of progressing.
Yeah, that's why also Christianity is not about like, you know, the devil will give you everything. It's gonna give you comfort, it's gonna give you money, it's gonna give you pleasure, everything. Mm-hmm. But you won't have like pain and everything, you know? Yeah. And it's the same concept, because if you give up on your dreams, you just start comfortably to work in your 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. You are in comfort, but you gave up on your dreams, you know? If you will fight against it, you will be sometimes in pain, you will experience low points in your life and everything, but you still will achieve something, because you still have your dream you're fighting for every day. And there is no pain, you know. It's a pain that you endure. Like Jesus, he went through so much pain, but he never gave up on us.
He endured his body, because he could say like, okay, I saw one picture today, and he said like, in the day when Jesus was crucified, was a legion of angels ready to kill everybody around and take him back to heaven. But he chose to go through this for his major plan and for his mission. And I think Christianity also in this state of saying like, I'm not worthy, I'm never gonna be worthy like a human, so my life should try to be worthy, even knowing that I will never be worthy. So it takes us out of this area of comfort. So give us the space to keep growing up and to keep working on ourselves, to keep working in our spirit, in our physique, in our love. So it gives us this space that comfort kills.
There was a lot of also successful people. No, I'm not. Like, do you know any successful person that actually had everything there already. Like I'm not talking about like millionaire children that just have
That they born with everything.
yeah, like not 90% of the most successful people. First of all, let's just mention that in every interview
Yeah.
of all these self-made, wealthy, successful people, like
People that we admire.
exactly, in every interview, they're gonna mention that everything they have, it's thanks to God. So most of them just say, yeah, like there is this one guy that just goes around and interviews the most successful people in the world.
Yes.
You probably have seen him on Instagram, on social media, and he like every time he asks, do you believe in God? And everyone is like, yeah, absolutely. He is the reason why I'm here. He
Yes.
is the reason, that my purpose, my everything, you know.
Because they never stop to trying to improve to be worthy of that life.
Yeah. So, and 90% of the successful people, of these successful people, were like the poorest people when they got in this world, you know.
Yeah.
And also most of the people that were born in wealthiness, in total richness, will lose everything. Unless they have generational wealth backing them and everything. But
And for example, like the families, rich families with so many kids, at the end when the father die, one of the kids make charge of the company and everything, and the other ones, they do different kind of life, and they don't continue to grow up these family companies, or these family companies keep in the hands of one of the kids, and there is like 5 more, 6 more, or something like this. It's historical, happen in every rich family, in every empire, in every duke.
But it's fair, because like if you have a business, if you have like a vision for your business, I understand that your children maybe won't pursue this career,
Yeah.
and it's okay. But me as a dad, that I want to be a dad of at least 2 children
Sí.
with like the love of my life, but it's gonna be like another topic. I want to. I'm not gonna give. I'm just gonna give the essentials to be able to have like a appropriate education, food, shelter until they are 18, until they are self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna spoil them. I'm not gonna give them anything, and I'm gonna teach them to build something for themselves, you know.
Yeah.
And that's probably what everyone should do. But like most of the times, if you are rich, you will spoil your children, you know.
Yeah.
And
Or they will demand this spoilment. How many like kids they're like, that give me this, if not you don't love me.
Why? But why? Because it was already like this. As soon as they came to world, their parents and their group and everything was giving them everything they always wanted.
They
and
think
so,
they have right to do all this.
exactly. As from the start, you aren't giving them everything they want, because you tell them, yeah, you're my son, but everything I created, it's mine, it's not yours, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta create your own thing.
Yeah.
You gotta build your own empire. You're gonna find your own gratitude.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be something different, you know. And yeah, I think it's just like the best way. I'm not a parent. I can't really talk about it because I haven't
but
experienced it
you
yet.
are-
But
you are
I
a
think
son.
my idea is going somewhere, you know.
Because you are a son, and your parents, well, your personal experience that someday you can talk to this, like, they give you what they have in that moment, and you was looking for something else. So you launch yourself alone to life to look for this something else, and this bring you so much learning, so much pain, so much happiness, so much experience, so much friends, and it make you grow up because you didn't have this. So sometimes when we are trying to give everything to our kids or like our couple, our friends or everything, we are damaged. It's like the
Exactly, like
yeah.
my mom or my parents. I grew up in this with this philosophy that a no is never gonna become a yes. You know, if I ask something, my mom, can I have this and that, and she says no, it's gonna stay a no forever. I can cry, I can do whatever I want, but it's gonna be stay a no
until you start working for it.
No,
Yes.
if
It's gonna be a no for
no, as
from
a 5-year-old, I ask her.
yeah.
This is like a really simple example. As a 5-year-old, I see a toy in a shop, and I tell her, Mom, can I have it? She says no. I already know it's a no, and I said okay, but I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna roll on the floor or something. And one time, because like every child always tests how much he can get.
Yeah, they try in the limits all
Exactly.
the time.
And one time I started to cry and everything, and my mom didn't say anything. We were in the grocery store, and my mom was just saying, okay, come. We finished. I was crying all the time. She was just dragging me and everything. As soon as we got home, she fucking slapped the shit out of me.
We're gonna talk about this at home.
No, she didn't say anything. She just was dragging me, taking me by the hand. A strong woman, so she was grabbing me.
Yeah.
I was crying. Then she threw me in my room after the slapping, closed the door. At the evening, she opened the door. Okay, it's dinner. I never did it again, ever again.
Was like a punch of reality.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
If life say you no, it's a no. But for example, in that situation, you were a kid. You didn't have the possibilities of yourself to get a yes.
Exactly.
But now, if someone say you no, for example, I want to be rich. Life come and say you no. You will stay like sitting inside
But life
your
is
room.
not gonna tell you no. Life is gonna tell you, I'm not gonna give it to you. If you want it, take it yourself. You know, work for it yourself.
It depends. Like, I prefer to know that life say me no, and say like, okay, you say me no, but I will try to find a yes somehow.
That's
And many
it.
times I fail, many times I struggle and everything, but it take me where I'm at right now. For example, I born in Argentina. It was a poor country when I left, and I start traveling with $0 in my pocket. I was going with faith and with lucky to a war, and it became good. Why? Because I was looking for something that everybody was saying me when I start modeling. I was looking for everybody that was saying me, don't do this because you don't gonna have money. When if you start to being pretty, you're gonna lose your job and everything. And I said like, fuck it. Everybody's saying me no. I will try to go for the yes. And then 2 years after, I keep traveling, I keep working, I keep having money and everything.
Yeah. But that's something different. You know, it's not like the same than asking for something. Because my point was because we were talking about education, about like the
Same.
wealthy children getting everything they want, and
Same.
then as soon as they are grown up, they are basically nothing, because without their parents, without the wealth,
Without this
everything-
no.
without they always can I have a new Porsche? Yeah, of course, this and that.
Exactly.
There will be nothing, and that's why maybe that's exactly the same of Christianity, you know, like the devil. If my mom says no right now, it's not because she does not love me, it's because she's giving me this pain. It's not like a pain, I read pain, but let's call it a pain. She's giving me this pain so that I will learn in the future to be like a better person and everything, you know? Because even the devil is giving you everything now. And God will tell you, don't do this, don't do that, but it's for
Don't
a
be
greater
with this person, don't walk
Exactly.
from this, don't
but
take
it's for
this
a
bad
greater
way.
good, you know?
Exactly. But
And
in
that's
that
the same with
moment
parenting,
we
you know?
cry, we say like I want.
That was the point I wanted to make, you know?
Yeah.
So most of the people that got raised in that way are gonna be successful, you know? Or not necessarily like wealthy or something, but like happy and fulfilled.
Yeah.
And that's what counts, because I think in your life you just gotta be fulfilled, and everyone has its own way to be fulfilled. Everyone someone has needs a family, someone is traveling. Look, bad. So yeah, that's the whole point I wanted to make.
Yeah. That sometimes what we want is not what it makes us grow up,
Exactly.
but the possibility to grow up, to look for what we want, and to never stop, to keep walking, keep struggling,
keep struggling,
doing mistakes,
yeah,
and learning like this. Because in the moment we stop projecting, we die.